Chad Brendel, Tim Adams here from Camp Higher Ground once again on Friday, day 5 of the Bearcats training camp for the 2014 season. Tim, full pads today. Any general thoughts that you had from watching this session before we get into some specifics?
Well, I think there was a little more contact today, but I think Sunday is really going to be the day where people are going to move up or down the depth chart, because that's going to be the scrimmage. And you all know, up until you're really putting guys on the ground, you really don't know, especially at some of the positions like running back. So a guy looks like he made a good run, but you know, for a running back, he has to either make people miss or he's got to break tackles. And we're going to find out a lot more on Sunday.
Let's get into some specifics. One thing near and dear to your heart, the kicking game. You've got your notebook. You're intently watching the kicking game.
Right here, actually.
Right here. Some separation starting to happen at both place kicker and punter, at least from your eyes, from what you've seen of this so far.
I would agree. That's how I see it. I mean, right now, I think that Sam Geraci has started to open up a lead with the incumbent John Lloyd. Geraci has a good, powerful leg and really gets the ball up high as well as good depth. He had a couple 50, 55, maybe 60-yard boots today that were very high. Kevin Huber-esque type kicks. Now, John Lloyd also has that ability, but right now, John, he hasn't had the consistency. For every one boomer, he might have a shank and then a low kick and then a
He almost took us out today.
Yeah, there was one that came over toward us by the bleachers. But Geraci's starting to get more consistent and maybe starting to get more confident back there. And so I think he's got to step up on John Lloyd right now. In the place kicking battle, Andrew Gantz went perfect today again. He was 6 for 6. Tony Miliano was 4 for 6. So I think Andrew is starting to get a little bit. My phone's ringing there, but excuse me. But I think that Gantz has maybe a step up on Miliano. Miliano's got a little stronger leg, but Gantz has proven to be a little more accurate so far. So that's been, in my opinion, you got Gantz with a 1-step lead, and you've got Geraci with a 2-step lead.
All right, wide receivers, the big names we've talked a lot about. Holton has gotten a lot of talk. Mikhail McKay, Chris Moore, I know you're a huge fan of. Shaq Washington. Today there was a guy that has been very good in the past, missed last year because of injury. Alex Chisholm very politely said, "Hello, I'm still here, and I don't intend to go anywhere." He was fantastic today.
He was very, very good, and in the red zone he got 2 really nice passes, one on a little post where he was wide open and caught the ball, and Joe Chaser was back here kind of raving about him. And then there was another really nice play in the corner, which McKay wasn't able to make over Whitty, and then Chisholm went up and caught the ball and came down for two scores. He looked very good, and he wasn't the only one. I mean, there's some other guys that looked good.
And Casey Gladney is another one. You've talked a little bit about him before. You were watching the offensive and defensive linemen. I saw him make an incredible one-handed catch. He tipped the ball to himself, and as he fell to the ground, pulled in the catch, and then he had some other good plays as well.
Yeah, he made another nice catch later on. He's a guy with a lot of ability. Kind of got out of the gates a little bit slow. I think he's still trying to learn and adjust to the speed, like a lot of junior college kids adjusting to the speed of FBS football. But he's very, very talented. He's probably bigger than most of the slot receivers we've seen in the near future. And he's another guy that had probably his best day of practice today. And another guy that you can't sleep on is Nate Copeland. He had a good day. He's had a couple good practices. So, boy, when you start talking about getting these guys out on the field and trying to get enough reps for them, Blake Rowland has a real chore.
We were talking about it, just watching them. You know, you're looking at there's legitimately, you know, we've heard coaches here in the past say, I need 7 or 8 wide receivers. You got 8 guys that should be on the field, and you know, at any other time in this program's history, most of those guys would be on the field, no-brainer. And now you're going to have to find, where am I going to get this guy some snaps, and how do I get Nate Cole, and where do I put Gladney? And I don't think Chisholm's going to go away from the things that we saw. You're right. Coach Rowland and Coach Tupperville are going to have a tough decision on who's going to be out on that field spreading it out.
Yeah, Max Morrison throws his name out there. Another guy that made a nice catch the other day, a one-handed grab. We all know he has great hands. So, you know, I talked to Coach Rowland before yesterday's practice, and he said, you know, he needs to think about who the best 4 are to get them out there as starters. But, you know, it's an enviable task because you want to have a talent, you want to have ability, but at the same time, you're thinking, God, how do I tell this guy he's not starting? But, you know, they're all going to play. I think they're going to move him in and out. We saw a blistering pace today. If they can keep that kind of pace up in a game, they may get to that 80 to 85 plays a game, which is, I think, what they'd like to do. Tight
end, another one. A tight race there. I haven't been able to tell anybody really separating themselves right there yet from the couple times I've been out. What are you seeing?
Well, we came into camp. I think DJ Dowdy would have probably been the guy that was atop the chart, but he just needs to catch the ball more consistently. He needs to get softer hands, and Tyler Cogswell has started to look good, and he's a big kid. Physically, I think he can do it. He catches the ball well, and Jake Golick is an awfully good player. I mean, it's hard to imagine a kid this good not playing, but at Notre Dame, he was injured. He played behind 2 #1 draft picks in the NFL, and he's a guy that can create some mismatches. He's got good size. He's a 6th-year senior. Well, I guess he'd be a 7th-year senior because he.
Sixth, I think.
Six-year senior, so he's a mature guy. His dad was out here today watching practice. But I would put Golick #1, Cogswell #2, and DJ Dowdy #3 with the transfer from Virginia, Jeremy Dolan, at #4 right now.
Anything else you want to get to today?
Well, I don't think so. I think we've had 5 days in a row, and I'm getting a little bit tired. I mean, even watching it gets a little bit tedious.
You're not going to be here for the double session tomorrow.
We're not allowed to be. Thank God.
Session.
Thank God they closed a few of them. But yeah, we'll be here in the morning. My practice report will be delayed. My wife is insisting we go out to dinner tonight, so it'll be up tomorrow morning. But it will be there, and Sam will have another story up tonight.
And then you also, I believe, talked to someone today.
Lyndon Stevens.
And then today. Sunday we'll have full coverage. I know Dave Simone plans to be there.
Right.
I'll be there. You'll be there. Sam will be there.
Right.
Cast of at least 4. See if we can get anybody else out for the Bearcat Journal crew. We'll have full coverage of that Sunday, Monday, extending even into Tuesday. When you come back out Tuesday for you get an off day on Monday.
Yes, I may try to get out and golf. I don't know, but
take a day off.
That is a day off. I mean, for me, golf is fun. But I get my 95 swings in, and then I'm done for the day.
The thing is, when you stay home, you've got to walk the St. Bernards.
Yeah.
Or better yet, they walk you. That's going to wrap it up. Thanks for Tim Adams. I'm Chad Brendel, Bearcat Journal, right here from Camp Higher Ground.